First, I want to say hello to the Delhi Shorts International Film Festival and all its participants. Thank you so much for selecting my documentary film Stone Roof for this year's official selection. The idea for the film actually came from a friend of mine when he called me and told me about a man living in the mountains whose situation was getting worse. When I met Hadi for the first time, I was deeply moved by his hospitality and generosity and his lifestyle. Hadi had left the city behind and made a shelter under a huge rock. When I asked if living like that was hard for him, he just said he felt comfortable and peaceful there. I went there to help, but instead I found him to be very independent and generous. So, simple yet tough life in such a beautiful natural environment inspired me to ask if I could make a documentary about his life, and he kindly agreed. Like most independent filmmakers, funding was a real challenge for me. Winter was coming fast, so we had to start quickly, or we would miss our chance to make this film altogether. Most of the crew were actually friends of mine, people I had worked with before, so it felt more like friends coming together than a professional team. They supported me and gave me more time to make the payments. Their support made the film possible, and I'm so grateful for all their help. But the biggest challenge was the location itself. Every day we hiked for hours in cold, rainy weather, carrying equipment, sometimes in the snowy weather. But thanks to the great teamwork and Hadi's cooperation, we managed to overcome all these challenges and finally completed the shooting phase successfully. At first, I just knew Hadi made a living by selling charcoal and wild fruits, but as filming went on, I realized his life was more challenging than I thought. His struggles reminded me of the myth of Sisyphus, constantly working hard with very little reward. To me, this is a universal film because it captures a timeless and placeless situation. It's about the simple existence of a lonely man detached from certain social and political issues. Even though the film portrays a difficult life, I kept the storyline simple. The aesthetic and artistic aspect of the film were very important to me. Stone Roof is a very personal and experimental project for me, and I try to approach it with an open mind without worrying too much about typical documentary rules and expectations. I think the audience for this film is everyone who's open to experiencing something different. There's a Persian saying, "What comes from the heart sits in the heart." This film comes straight from my heart, made independently, and I truly believe that when a film is made with a genuine personal vision, it will connect with others who share a similar vision. I'm hopeful that Stone Roof will resonate with its audience if it gets enough visibility. I plan to continue the festival run to help the film find its audience. After that, I will explore opportunities for public screenings, maybe even curate group screenings with other short films like mine. I'm also looking into online platforms and TV broadcasts, and I would love to collaborate with the international distributor for the next phase. Finally, to all emerging filmmakers, please don't wait for the perfect time and situation to make your film. If you believe in your idea, start with whatever you have. Opportunities won't always wait. Thank you again for having me in this year's festival, and I wish all the best to Delhi Shorts International Film Festival.